Hey guys, first Guardsman here, and so I'll be talking about a Melter Rifle execution build for the Vanguard class in Space Marine 2 Patch 12. Now, the Vanguard's execution combo, Zone of Impact, and Tactical Prowess is still the best option for him in the game currently, and the Melter Rifle is still one of the best weapons available to him. Now, the variant I've chosen on this is the range version, mainly because the damage falloff here is very good compared to the other options, and you could take the magazine capacity version if you want, but personally I think the range version is just worth a lot more, and the ammo economy on this is actually quite strong, mainly because of the perk down here, Decisive Reload. Performing a finisher on a majority level or higher enemy with this weapon restores ammo by 1. Now, you do have to have the weapon equipped to actually trigger this, but ammo restore on Vanguard is actually pretty hard to find. This is actually one of the best options for him for that reason. So Decisive Reload, I think, is by far the best perk, and this perk also builds into some of the other top tier perks we have here with Rapid Health. When your health is below 30%, killing 7 enemies in rapid succession restores your health by 10%. We do not take healing on this build. I mean, you will be able to potentially build into that if you want, but on this one, I'm taking Inner Fire, so having an option to stay like above 30% HP here is pretty damn good. Next perk here is Trick Shot, killing 5 enemies with 1 shot restores an armor segment. The cooldown is 30 seconds. This perk is really good even on the Inferno pistol, but on the Melter Rifle, you have a higher chance of one-shotting guys, so really good here, and armor restoring a 30-second cooldown is actually pretty damn powerful. Next perk is Great Might, up here into the perk Divine Might, and then I grab the perk here, Extended Magazine, into First Shot, and then of course Retaliation, and the final one is Perpetual Fire for a better fire rate. I do think the top tree here is much better than the bottom, because the bottom just gives you like a little bit more range, but the range variant is already pretty strong for that, and that's pretty much all there is for the Melter Rifle. Now for our secondary weapon here, I do take the Heroic Heavy Bolt Pistol, mainly because this one has the highest gunstrike damage in the entire game. They actually fixed the Heroic Perk effect here, No Help is Coming. Shooting at me with the lead stream stats stops from calling for reinforcements, and headshots will kill in one shot. Now in patch 11, this was bugged to not function at all on body shots, and now it actually works on all body shots and headshots, so pretty good there. And for the perk tree, we just go all the way down the bottom tree with Divine Might, into the perk Perpetual Penetration, Increased Capacity, Extended Magazine, Death Strike, which is one of the best like damage perks on this weapon anyways, and then we pick up Great Might, the perk Strong Start, and Able Damage. After using a class ability, damage increases by 20% for 10 seconds. Now, we are a Vanguard with Inner Fire, so using Grapnel happens all the time. This buff is up pretty much 24/7, so really good synergy there. And the final perks are Home Precision up here into the perk Gunstrike Reload, and of course Tactical Precision for 20% more headshot damage, and non-headshot damage decreasing by 10%, because headshot damage is pretty much all that matters on this gun. Now, for my melee weapon, I do take the newly buffed Balanced Power Axe. This weapon is incredible in patch 12. All the balanced weapons got a base damage buff, and the balanced power axe kind of hits like a truck now. And for the perk tree, I kind of like build the best of both worlds on this thing. I go for melee damage first, Perpetual Strength, going here to the perk Coup de Grace, Perpetual Strength, and Perpetual Strength again. And then we start going down the top tree to pick up things like Patient Stance up into the perk Endless Slash. You can endlessly chain Whirl Slash attacks. This weapon is actually pretty fast, so you actually do get some benefit out of this perk. And I move here into the perk Power Strike. Gun Strike from Power Stance deals 20% more damage. This is the main reason I want to go up here, because we do have an actual parry, and if you are able to use your power backstep, it will move you out of the way of an enemy, and that will be giving you enough room to grapple back to them to trigger Tactical Prowess and Zone of Impact. So a really good synergy on this build, and for the most part, I think you're not missing out too much by going up here instead of going down here first, because you're really only missing Counterattack and Riposte, which are good perks, but so is the perk Power Strike, which is why we're taking it today. Next perk here is Power Wave. Power Backstep Wave damages more enemies. Moving down here into the perk Tactical Retreat, Power Backstep deals 25% more damage, because Power Backstep is like one of the best reasons to use a Power Axe on any variant. And the final perk I take is Cleaver. Damage increases by 10% against majority level and higher enemies. And now if you want to, you could like skip this perk and this perk here and just go here for like Minority Slayer and Restoration instead for Armor Restore, or alternatively you could pick up like the perk here, Rebound instead, but I just prefer this because damage is what I'm going for, and this also like helps us out with Horde Clear, and that's pretty much all there is for the Power Axe. Now for the Vanguard perk tree, I do take the perk here Upper Hand first. After a perfect time parry, block, or dodge, you do not lose control from heavy hits, and you cannot be knocked back for 10 seconds. No knockback is one of the strongest effects in this game, so I pretty much always pick this up. And the perk up here, Melee Mastery, is just not very strong, and the perk up here, Moving Target, did get reworked in like patch 11, and it still sucks, so I just go for this one. Next perk here is Conviction. When your armor is fully depleted, you will take 25% less health damage for 10 seconds. A 25% health damage reduction on armor break is incredible in this game. Conviction is one of the top tier damage reduction perks in all of Space Marine 2, and by far the best option in this column in my opinion. Next perk here is Consecutive Execution. Killing 7 enemies in rapid succession restores equipment charged by 1. The cooldown is 90 seconds. Now, 90-second melt-a-bombs are kind of cracked, but even crack grenades, shock grenades, and frags are tremendous value, so this perk is a top tier option. The next perk here is Inner Fire. All team members can restore ability charge by 15% by performing finishers on Majora's level or higher enemies. This perk is an amazing cooldown effect. A 15% CDR reduction on a Tech Marine, on a Bulwark, heavy even, or especially the tactical with Auspex. This is just amazing for your whole team. It's also amazing for you because more of your grapnels means more armor from launch restoration, and also means more potential triggers of things like Restless Fortitude, the perk here Zone of Impact, and of course Tactical Prowess. So a really good synergy here, though I will say, if you want some healing on this build, you could take this perk instead. Next perk is Restless Fortitude. After a diving kick, you take 40% less range damage for 10 seconds. A 40% range damage reduction in this game is tremendous. When you stack that on top of Conviction, you will pretty much not die to range fire at all if your armor breaks. A really good option here. And they also buffed this back in like patch 11 to properly trigger off a Tactical Prowess Execute, so it's even better than ever. The next perk here is Zone of Impact. Performing a finisher with the grapnel launcher deals damage to nearby enemies. This perk puts out so much damn damage. It's like your main source of horde control in this build anyways. And it's also like the obvious combo with the perk over here, Tactical Prowess. It says grapnel launcher can activate a finisher not only on incapacitated enemies, but also on those who have less than 33% HP, and a grapnel finisher will restore its charge. So you see the obvious combo here. You take these two, you have a flowchart build now, and you just go from like one enemy to the next and just wipe out the whole horde. A really good option, and the only thing actually holding back this perk combo is bugs and the god-awful grapnel targeting. If the grapnel targeting was better in this game, this would be like a top tier option, like period, but it's still the best on Vanguard, even with that being said. Next perk here is Combat Readiness for even more grapnel launchers. So if you want to take Thrill of the Fight instead for like health damage reduction, you can definitely do that. That is up to you. And of course, the final perk is Tactical Prowess, and that's all there is for the main perk tree. Now, for the Prestige perk list, it's pretty much the same as always. We take Battlefield Awareness for 10% more range damage within 8 meters because we are a Vanguard with Grapnel Launcher, and we also have a Melter Rifle, so perfect synergy there. And next perk here is Fortitude because health increases are super valuable, and the final two perks are Launch Restoration and Restoration, because Launch Restoration gives you an armor back on every single grapnel, and that means every trigger of Inner Fire is going to be even more valuable, and things like Combat Readiness, the triggers off of Tactical Prowess, you can get so much free armor off of this perk. One of the best options here, and Restoration is just more armor on top of that, and that's pretty much all there is for this build, guys. A Vanguard Tactical Prowess Execute is still the best combo he has. Melter Rifle is still a top tier option for him, and hopefully this build guide helped you. And if you like content like this, subscribe for more, and as always, thank you for watching, take it easy, bye. What is on impact speak?
Activating war gear. Buckle terrain. Ravener activity. Ravener destroy. Battle power unleashed.
Or 5 business day reload time.
Neutralize the Xenos behemoth. Executing countermeasures. Readying next volley.
Bang, 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 bang. Alright, should be good.
The Codex demands it. Reloading. Remain on guard. Going through the proof. Inserting fresh magazine. It dug its own grave.
A little gross with the Ravener there.
Increasing
It'll be easy now, though. Okay. A little low to actually kill this guy, but that'll make it easier.
Zoanthrope will not be troubling us any further.
What's up, FTG? How's it going? Am I the only one who thinks you should be able to get accolades from other things in the game? I mean, like what? You're gonna get them in Siege mode. You get them in the majority of the content. I mean, hard strats is where most players are playing now. Or not even hard strats, just stratagems. Unless you're playing like the normal mode to level. I would say the majority of content in this game at this point is in stratagems. The end of the month update may have the patch 13 release date. I mean, almost certainly will. I don't think you would even really need a release date for it. If they're not having a PTS, it just means it's coming for May, almost guaranteed. I can see no other reason they'd skip if that wasn't the case, because they probably want to launch it alongside Warhammer Skulls, just to have more hype for it. If they had accolades of Siege with that patch 13 thing, it's a patch 13 thing. I have a feeling they might be combining the patch 13 or patch 15 new map with patch 13, because if they just release a Siege mode update with no new map, I think players will get pretty bored. There's nothing to spend them on. There's a lot to spend your accolades on in this game. Just not if you've been playing the entire time. It would take you weeks to get all of the items now if you were to start.
Changing magazine.
Patch 13 next week? No. There's a community update next week. Patch 13 is probably next month in May. There you go. What's the spec? Community event news? There's going to be a community event coming out like next week for the Infiltrator helmet I'm wearing right now. It is coming. Alright.
We cannot backtrack. Take all you can carry.
The nice thing about Vanguard is, if you build all damage reduction and armor restoration, even if you're this low with a melter rifle, you can go up to 30% over and over on the rapid health recovery. And you're kind of just chilling. You're very tanky.
As needed. Coordinate fire. Their numbers are battle power unleashed. I have eyes on a fireball.
Okay. I love grapnel body blocks. What faction would you love to see in Space Marine 3? I would love to see Orcs and Tyranids. I mean, I imagine, I've seen people say we're not going to see Tyranids in Space Marine 3. I don't think that's likely at all, because Tyranid, first of all, they have all the assets in this game for Tyranids already. You're probably going to see Thousand Suns again, too, to some degree. Unless they just, like, completely scrap them.
Codex demands it. Free army. Perhaps they seek to choke our rivers with their dead. Tyranids have no mind for tactics. Inserting fresh magazine.
They might do a different Chaos factions, and so they would only have to recolor and add a few more things to the assets. They have to do a lot more than that. They would definitely do a lot more than that. Like, Thousand Suns do not play the same at all as, like, most Chaos factions. Also, like, the majority of Chaos at this point is, like, Cultists and fucking Zangors at this point, so, that's a little annoying. Orcs and Space Marine 1 were pretty fun, not gonna lie. They were definitely fun. I mean, you know, it's a horde shooter. If they add in more mechanics for ranged enemies, that would be better overall, I feel.
Alien fireball eliminated. We have a leader. And this is one of them. Hostile backup on the way. Never lost sight of that one.
The stench here is strong, but my wrath is stronger.
Will it be possible chain axe will be added? I mean, it's possible. Anything's possible, you know. In this game, though, probably not. It sucks for not getting a PTS. I mean, I'd rather a full patch release than a PTS anyways.
Our orders are clear. Advance.
Quieter here than I expected.
Because otherwise, if we had a PTS for this one, it'd be like, okay, we get a PTS, and then we're going to get an entire month break again, and then we're going to need to get a brand new patch.
We must first awaken all of the consoles here.
Inserting fresh magazine.
Yeah, but it's going to be bugged as hell. I mean, patch 10 wasn't that buggy. No more buggy than like every other patch.
Without awakening all the consoles.
I feel like a lot of the time when they push out the PTS in this game, they just leave in game-breaking bugs on purpose because they're like, whatever, we'll fix it in post, you know? But if they've launched an official patch, it doesn't usually have like a god-awful game-breaking bug. For the most part, I can't really think of one. Well, there was at least one in one of the patches, but like the Tech Marine PTS had a contested health bug, and we haven't really seen that much. Something like that really come into the main game as often. Even without a PTS, unlike patch 10.
Tyrannies have no mind.
Your jungle out of here.
Nothing but tyranny leads.
If we are to fix this, we must destroy the spores that spawn these vines.
It shall spread its damn pollution no more.
Battle power unleashed. So strike it down with it. Activating war gear. Their numbers are increasing responsibility. Synaptic service. Ready.
Alright, there we go. Worst bug is when you can't shoot your sidearm. Well, that's been the game forever. Worst bug is actually the parry bug, where your parry just fades through attacks. And you get no perfect parry or perfect block. That can straight up kill you. That alone kind of makes this game's like skill expression go down dramatically. Because like if one of your fundamental game systems is not working or only working like 80%, 90% of the time, that's pretty bad. When is patch 13 expected to be released? May. So next month. Definitely not this month.
Console operational. Connection to core controls established.
Precisely what we needed.
Just don't get the 10% not working parry. Yeah, I mean, like...
Inserting
Don't worry, guys. The brakes on your car only work 90% of the time. You'll be fine.
Transmission of blessing has commenced.
perhaps a secret champion.
Ministerial authority accepted. Raise the officer. System restoration. Controls reset.
Bonk.
The battle waits for us. Open the door.
Can I... Shortcut? Shortcut. Okay. The least buggy ability of all time. The Phobos helmet's coming back. I missed it the first time around. Well, there's going to be a community event this week for it, so... Or there should be. They're recycling cosmetics because I imagine they don't have a ton of new stuff that they're not trying to save for the patch. This is the best they can do for now.
The bomb pride. Tyrannies have no mind for change.
run me over.
Coordinate fire.
You.
Use that bow before it calls for reinforcements.
Okay.
War line spotted. Our adversary deluded. Our tactical superiority best their numbers. Gun beast is no more. All fury and thunder, no tactics. Fester and rot, see not abomination. Executing countermeasures. Second wave headed toward us. Green army.
Hey.
The Codex demands it.
Warp FTG in chat, what's the news? We have a Phobos helmet coming back. There's no PTS for patch 13, which means it's probably going to be released like mid next month or at the end of next month. You know, it's always funny to me people ask for like the release date for these patches all the time. And it's like, guys, the release schedule for all these patches has been the same every single time. Yet people still ask the question. It has never changed. It has always been 2-3 month gaps every time.
Changing magazine.
You get a PTS, maybe, and you get a patch. And the patch usually comes out in the same gap.
Objective on the other side. Munitions here.
I'm a paid chatter who will give me attention. We will do no such thing. "13 patches in, the question remains, yes, because pattern recognition is a very difficult skill for some. Calm down, take it to Prime.
Increasing responsibility. The galaxy is a better place for there being one less traveler.
Who's asking all the questions? It's not people in this chat, it's just in general, like... You'd be shocked at how much people hound after release dates in like forums for this game. Not my chat, of course. We love you guys. Like, you go on the Focus forums, you see that shit all the time. It's like actually ever present. Complaining. And Dark Magic paying for the Prime. Any suggestions on how to deal with low visibility and hard strat? Keep getting jumped by Chaos Spawn and dying? I mean, make the 30-foot one? I mean... I think Chaos Spawn would be the easiest to deal with than that, no? They're not even range enemies.
Battle power unleashed. Fester and rot.
They keep saying smash for the jumping tentacles. Well, the indicator, if you're trying to find that out, I'll probably turn your sound up. That's the best advice I could give you. Turn sound up. You can also use the mark function on the targeting. For example, like this. That'll still work in the dark.
Munitions here.
Oh joy.
Inserting fresh magazine. No wrong way to kill a carnifex. Ended the ravener's ravenous appetite. Increasing responsibility. Fester and rot. Xenos abomination. Rearming. The Codex demands it. Changing magazine.
Probably use my grapple here. What else we got over here?
Executing countermeasures.
Hey, we did it.
Monstrosity melted.
Let us rise up and into glorious battle.
Hey, you know about the community event? That's just what their community manager said.
We are amassing in the fortress.
They're doing one. They didn't give an exact date, but it should be next week.
Soaked in tyrannic blood.
Take all you can carry.
This is a blocker fencing. This is balanced. Nobody touches fencing eggs anymore. That's old news.
Good.
Fencing weapons predominantly kind of suck right now. Well, they don't suck, but if you're using fencing, you just take Argent Edge. Catch following yourself otherwise. Fencing needs a bit of a buff. I'm not gonna lie.
Tyrannies have perhaps a secret to choke our rivers with their dead.
You are near the last cannons. You will need to find the manual controls to operate them. The control console is within sight.
Bonk. Will it be just one new operation in patch 13? Yeah.
Inserting fresh magazine.
Maybe a new siege mode map though. They might move that up from patch 15. You never know. The updated roadmap's supposed to be pretty big.
It does bleed. The Titan launches its missiles. Let the Tyranids weapon take you.
A Xenos skeleton tries to ambush us. Mark that foe before it falls to the coordinate fire.
Last is ready. Establish target on the side arm to initiate offensive protocol.
The Tyranid dares to attack us. Avoid the Tyranid's exposure.
Okay, this gave me all snipers and a bunch of ranged fucking dudes, and I have none of this. Hold on. Oh,
Waiting target. Aim and fire with a sidearm to commence
fucking
attack.
surely I can hit him from here. Oh, I actually did. Hip fire. Yes, thank you for sending the most obnoxious enemies for this at me. Burial game.
All specs ready. Aim with sidearm to complete attack.
The Titan launches its missiles.
This game focuses more on luxury than actual game content. What the fuck is that even supposed to mean? Is it like it has DLCs? Or what? In what way is it not focused on actual game content?
It does bleed.
It's all range spam. Oh god.
The Tyranid dares to attack us.
Oh, of course this is the one guy I want to kill over. My fault though, I forgot the okay. Do you have a melee sniper build that I've heard people playing? If you type in, you will, there is probably every single build ever. Every possible combination on this probably exists on this channel, is what I'm trying to say. I don't think there is a build I have not used. Or made a video for. Maybe a couple. So if you type in melee sniper, sniper's perk tree has not really changed at all in like 3 patches, so you could literally go back to like patch 10 and probably be like 90% the same. The only difference might be like, I don't think there would be melee sniper. It might be the primary. About it. Depends if you want like a bolt gun or a heroic bolt sniper.
That's it. Inserting fresh magazine.
What is coming back? The Phobos helmet's coming back, boys, next week. Or this month. Probably next week, though. Considering we're in the last week of this month. So I'd imagine like Monday or Tuesday bring the community update and bring the community event, and then patch 13 release sometime next month. It's for a extremist spawn. I want to talk about the fact that how funny is it in Sergeant Matoris armor, you can't actually wear his most iconic armor piece of the Iron Halo because only Heavy is Iron Halo.
Witness the might of the Imperium. The tyranny dares to attack us. Ha! It does avoid the tyranny's expulsion.
Got a lot of value out of that pistol today. Bang. Oh, a juicy sim just for me. That might me. Hop, hop, hop. Thank you for conveniently not placing the massive artillery of green blobs directly on my head this time. Oh, I see. We get a different green blob. Ow. I'm doing it, I don't even care. HP be damned.
Our adversaries are done to lose again.
Unleash the Imperium's might.
Fortress control has been disrupted. Establish server skull and system communication.
The Titan launches its missiles.
Why they ditched the helm in the first place? Well, I mean, it's a limited time cosmetic, so like they want you to play the game and come back. Like this is a content strategy as old as time. Or I should say as old as gaming, really. Any live service game. Sorry, excuse me, Space Marine 2 is not a live service. According to a Tim, even though the interview that they said that in, they weren't even saying it wasn't necessarily a live service, but like then the community managers kept repeating it. There we go. The tedious end to an otherwise great mission. You're not wrong.
We have a clear shot on the towers. Take the shot on those damn towers and unleash.
Why do you think they're deciding against the PTS? Probably because the patch is just late. That's really all there is to it. They said Tech Marine came out later than they expected, so no PTS for this one. Probably means number one, they want to release it around Warhammer Skulls next month, and number two, they're just behind schedule, and number three, they might be adding more shit to this one, and it's going to be a bigger patch than we originally expected, which might be the case with the updated roadmap. And because of that, they don't feel like wasting time with the PTS. They want to get it out like while the hype's up from Skulls. There we go.